Welcome to ABS Supply, where innovation never sleeps. So, you just received your brand new Aftercooler. You got it shipped in 2 boxes, these pieces in one, these pieces in the other. You're all excited to get it up and running, but how the hell do I put the damn thing together? Stick around and I'm going to show you step by step with just a couple simple tools how to do it. So step 1, we need to remove this drain plug and put in a 1/4-inch ball valve. The importance of this is, in freezing climates, if we don't drain the water, we can crack the block on this radiator. Not a cheap fix. So, as a reminder, step 1. 1 7/16 wrench, we're going to remove the drain plug and we're going to install a 1/4-inch ball valve for draining water from the radiator. We're going to stop right here in this position so that the ball valve completely opens and closes so we don't have any extra air loss. Step 2, we're going to put the foot on, or the base as we call it. We found that the easiest way to do this is to leave the edge of the radiator hanging over a table like this, unless of course you have a buddy, then it gets a little easier, but we're going to show you how to do it by yourself. You, in your box, would have gotten 4 M8 by 1 1/4 bolts. These are what are used to attach this. 13mm socket is the perfect tool. So now we're going to go ahead and attempt to do this by myself. So put this one on to hold it, but do not tighten it all the way. You'll want that a little loose for final adjustment. Tighten this a little bit, but not all the way. Now that those 4 bolts are in, we can set this upright and put our frame and handle on. Ours wasn't perfectly straight when we set it up here, so I just loosened these 4 bolts a little bit, adjusted it to where I wanted it to be, and then tightened them back up. Step 3, we're going to put on the handle and the aftercooler cover. First, we'll want to put this handle on. Notice that the wrap for the cord is going to go back the direction of the fan motors. So if you lay the aftercooler down on its back, you don't crush those electric fans. They will be protected by these pegs, which also serve to wrap up your power cord when we're done. So I've got my 2 long bolts and a washer. I'm going to put these in from the back side so that when the pegs stick out, we have something to hang our front cover on. Now I'm going to take my 2 shorter bolts. I'm going to put these in the 2 corners to offset just for balance. Since these are in the middle, we're going to do the bottom 2 corners here. We're going to tighten these down. Step 4, we're going to put on our moisture separator and our airline drop for breathing air. It's important to note, this has a directional arrow on it. We want to make sure it follows the direction of the arrow. So the arrow on my canister is going that way, the direction or the flow of the arrow. Notice that the moisture separator goes on the lower hole of the 2. We've marked it here with an out sticker, but in case your sticker is falling off, this is the low one compared to your air inlet will be on the high. These should come some pre-assembled, just like we're doing here. And this nice drop for optional breathing air, blow off air, air tool air, anything else you need dry, cool air for. We'll go right here downstream of the moisture separator. Now this 1.5 inch MPT fitting will go on the air inlet side, which you can hook any air hose fitting, whatever style you're using up to this. Okay, so we just put our aftercooler together in 4 easy steps. and we only used these 3 tools. A 14 millimeter for your bolts down on the corner. We used a 1/2 inch for these smaller bolts up top. And then I used a 13 socket here on the corners to put our foot on. So now the only thing left is to hook this thing up to air. At ABS, we can custom make lengths of hoses, sizes, whatever fittings you have and style you use for your air compressor. You'll need a short jumper to go between this fitting and your blast pot. This ideally should be located as close to the blast pot as possible so we don't get secondary dropout of moisture. And then, of course, whatever air fitting coming from your air compressor bowl line to the aftercooler. Thanks for watching. This is Jason Johnson with ABS. Have a blast.